Okay, so now we will discuss our next this topic, that is your complement, right? So this is your part of this data representation chapter, right? So in the previous lecture we discussed about how to convert one base to another base, right? So now we will discuss what is the meaning of the complement. So you know, the suppose this is your radix R. So now for this radix, suppose this radix is octal, right? So for that octal number, two complement is possible, right? What are these two complements? For this R minus 1, R minus 1 as complement, right? This is second one is your RS complement, right? So these two complement are possible for the radix R, right? So this R minus 1 as complement is also called the diminished radix complement, right? And this RS complement is also called the radix complement, right? So suppose there is a number binary. So for that binary, two complements are possible, 1s complement and the 2s complement, right? Second one is 2s complement. Similarly, for the octal number, two complements are there, 7s complement and the 8s complement. Similarly, for the decimal number, two complements are there, 9s complement and the 10s complement, right? For the hexadecimal, two complements are there. One is your 15s complement and the 16s complement, right? So now the question comes, how to find the R minus 1s complement, right? So now we'll discuss how to find the R minus 1s complement, right? So we will understand this with taking some examples. First we will take on the binary radix, right? So first it means binary means 1s complement, right? So how to find the 1s complement? For the 1s complement of any binary number, suppose this is your binary number, find the 1s complement. 1s complement means the opposite of the all these bits, right? So 1s complement is basically this 0 1 1 0 1, right? This is 1s complement, but the method to find out this 1s complement is you have to take the maximum number of that particular base, right? So in 1s complement, see, the binary number of how many bits is given? 5 bits. So you have to take the maximum number of those 5 bits, right? So this is the maximum number of these 5 bits and subtract this from 0 1 1 0 1, right? So now 1 minus 1, it is, sorry, number is, yeah, this is your number, this is not the number, this is your number, this is your number, right? So you have to find the 1s complement of this number, right? So subtract this binary number from the maximum number of that, right? So 1 minus 0, it is 1, 1 minus 1, it is 0, 1 minus 0, it is 1, 1 minus 0, 1, 1 minus 1, 0, right? Both are similar. So this is the way to find the R minus 1s complement, right? So the general statement is to determine R minus 1s complement, write maximum number in the given base, then subtract the number. Right? So this is the way to find out the R minus 1s complement. Right? So we will take one more example of other thing. 7s complement, right? So this is basically what? Your octal number, base is here 8, right? So what is the maximum number of this octal? So I am taking the 4 bits, so 777. So it is given that find the 7s complement of this number, right? So first write the maximum number because it is 4 bits. So subtract this 2653 from it. So it comes 5124, right? So this is the 7s complement of this number, right? It means if we add this number with the 7s, then it will give the other number, right? So next is your 9s complement. How to find the 9s complement? So it is 9s complement is basically we have the base decimal, right? So decimal. So suppose it is given 2689. Find the 9s complement of this decimal. So for the 9s complement, maximum number is this minus 2689, right? Subtract this and you will get 7310, right? So now next question is given the fs complement. What is the meaning of a fs complement? Fs means the 15, right? So this it means this number is your hexadecimal. So it is given 5673. What is the fs complement of this number? What is the maximum number of the hexadecimal? 4 bits. F minus 5673, and the fs complements comes A98C. You can verify, right? So in this way you can find out the R minus 1s complement, right? So now the question comes how to find the RS complement. So the RS complement. So to find the RS complement, there are the 2 steps. Step 1. First write the R minus 1's complement. Second step is add 1 in R minus 1's complement. Right? Add 1 in R minus 1's complement. Right? So in the previous lecture we already discussed the meaning of complement and the dual. Right? Okay. So for example, for the binary number 1's complement we already find out. So for the 2's complement we can add the 1 in the 1's complement. For example, this is the number 2's complement of this binary number, right? So number it is given, you have to find out the 2's complement of this number, right? So this is your binary number. So first thing is find the 1's complement, and 1's complement of this is 0 1 1 0 1, right? And the 2's complement is add 1 in this, right? And the 2's complement comes 0 1 1 1 0. This is the 2's complement of this number. Clear? Now we will take the next example. 8's complement. So it is given, question is 5070. Find the 2's complement of this. 8's complement of this. So first you have to find out the 7's complement, and for the 7's complement you have to subtract this number from the maximum, right? And this is your 7's complement, right? And for the 8's complement, what you have to do? Add 1 in this, right? Plus 1, right? So 7 plus 1, 8. And how the 8 is written in the octal? So 0, 1, right? And 2, 1. This is the 8's complement, right? Similarly, we can find out the 10's complement of any decimal number. So it is given 7690, right? So find the 10s complement of this number. Similarly, first find out the 9s complement, and the 9s complement is 2309, right? Check this. This is your 9s complement, right? For the 10s complement, add 1 in this. 9 plus 1, 10. And how you can write the 10s complement in, 10 in decimal? So 1, 0, 2, 3. Okay, this is the 10s complement. Similarly, you can find out the 16s complement. So again, we can take the 5, 6, 7, 9. Find out the 16s complement of this number. So subtract this from the maximum number. First find out the 15s complement of this, and then add 1 in this, right? So this is the 15s complement of this, and add 1 in this, right? So A987. This is the 16s complement of this number, right? So this is the way to find out the complement, right? So now we will discuss the data representation. How we can represent data in form of magnitude, in form of complement, right? How we can represent the negative numbers, right? So next is your data representation. So basically data is represented in two forms. One is your magnitude representation. Second one is your complement representation, right? Complement representation. So in the magnitude representation, data is represented by two forms. One is unsigned number, right? Till now we discuss all these unsigned number. Second one is your signed number, right? So unsigned is means only the positive. By this unsigned representation, only the positive numbers can be represented, right? So in the unsigned representation, there is a no sign bit, and only the positive numbers we can represent. No sign bit, right? This is the unsigned representation. Till now we discuss all these unsigned representation. Now the signed representation, in the sign we can represent positive as well as the negative numbers. But in this representation, we have to add one extra bit in the MSB. That extra bit will tell you whether it is positive number or the negative number, right? So in this we have to add the sign bit, right? While in the complement representation, we have to represent all these numbers in 1s complement and the 2s complement, right? So both in 1s complement and the 2s complement, both the positive numbers as well as we can represent the negative numbers in both 1s complement using the and the 2s complement, right? So there is a sign bit in this. In this 2s complement also there is a sign bit, right? So we'll discuss all these things in the detail, right? So the sign bit here is, if the sign bit is 0, right? So it means it is the positive number. If the sign bit is 1, it means it is the negative number, right? So for example, plus 5, right? So how we can represent the plus 5? Okay, with for example, with using the unsigned, there is a number 5. How you can represent 5? 101, right? But if I am saying represent plus 5, then how you can represent? You have to add one extra bit at the MSB. Means this is positive number, so you have to add 101, right? So first we will take one example of this unsigned representation. So first thing is, it is only for the positive number, right? It is only for the positive number. So what is the range of this? For example, there are the 4 bits. 4 bit 0 0 0 0. It represents 0. Next 0 0 0 1. It represents which number? 1. And up to go, it will go to 1 1 1 1. Maximum number for the 4 bits is 1 1 1. What is this 1 1 1 1? What is in decimal? This 1 1 1 1. It is 15. It is 15. So we can say the range with 4 bit. What is the range of this unsigned representation with 4 bit? What is the range of 4 bit? It is 0 to 15. This is the range in decimal. It is 0 to 15. So in general terms, we can write for the n bit range of unsigned representation for the n bits 0 to 2n minus 1, right? For the n bit, the range is 0 to 2n minus 1. If you are taking n equal to 4, then it comes 16 minus 1, 15, 0 to 15. If you are taking n equal to 3, 0 to 7, right? In this way, this question can be asked in your like quiz, right? Or in your objective type exam. What is the range of this unsigned representation? What is the range of this signed representation? What is the range of 1s complement? What is the range of 2s complement, right? Clear? This is all about the unsigned magnitude representation. Now we will discuss the signed magnitude. So your sign magnitude is both for the positive numbers as well as the negative numbers, right? So if it is positive number, then MSB you have to represent MSB with 0. If it is negative, then you have to represent MSB with 1, right? For example, plus 13. How to represent plus 13? 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. So this is your sign bit, right? This is your sign bit, right? How to represent minus 13 in the sign magnitude, right? This is 1. This is your sign bit, right? How to represent minus 9? 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. If it is asked that this is your binary number in the sign magnitude representation, find the equivalent decimal of this. So first you have to consider this 1. Okay, this 1 is there, so this is a negative number. Now you have to find out 1, 2, 4, 8. 8 plus 1, it is 9, minus 9. Right? It will not come 16 plus 8 plus 1. Right? It is wrong. So like this you can find out. Okay. So now the range of the sign magnitude. Okay. Here I am taking the 4 bit. So what is the equivalent decimal number of this 4 bit? Right? This is your plus 0. What is this? Equivalent of this? We'll go, what is the equivalent of this? Plus 6, right? What is the equivalent of this? This is plus. Now, what is the equivalent of this? So 1 0 0 0, it is minus 0, right? So 1 0 0 1, this is what? This 1 is MSB's minus and this is your 1, right? So we will go up to 1 1 1 1. This is what? This is your minus what? Minus 7, right? So this is the thing. Now the question comes, how you can represent plus 0 and the minus 0? This is wrong. Or this is the disadvantages of this representation, right? Two types of zeros are there, which is practically not possible. Plus 0, what is the meaning of minus 0? What is the meaning of plus 0? Right? So this is the disadvantages of this sign magnitude representation, right? And what is the range for 4 bit sign range? 4-bit sign magnitude range. This is, you can say, -7 to +7, right? -7 to +7, -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, -0, and then +0 and 1, 2, 4 up to 7, right? So you can generalize this thing for n bit sign magnitude. It is -2 to power n -1 up to +2 to power n -1, right? So for the 4 bit, it is put the n equal to 4, it is 2 to power 3, right? 8 minus 1, 7, and similarly here 2 to power 3, 8 minus 1, it comes to +7, right? So this is generalized formula. This is important one. Question can be asked based on this formula, right? So in the sign magnitude, there is one more important statement. In the sign magnitude, if you want to extend the bits of that number, right? For example, this is -9. This is -9. So if you want to extend this number of bits in this, then simply what you will do? Simply what? In the sign magnitude, to extend the number of bits, insert 0 between the sign and the magnitude, right? So this is your sign bit and this is your magnitude bit, right? So insert 0 in between this. It will not affect, right? You can put, this is also your what? This is also your -9. So insert the zeros in between sign and the magnitude bits, right? So this is the way to extend the number of bits in the sign magnitude representation, right? While in the 1s and the 2s complement, to extend the number of bits, you have to copy the MSB. You have to copy the MSB, right? I will tell you later on, right? So now we will discuss about the 1s complement and the 2s complement, right? First thing is 1s complement representation. How we can represent your numbers in 1s complement form? So there are some. So first, this is 1s complement is both for the positive and the negative number, right? So in this representation, positive numbers are represented as normal binary numbers with MSB 0, right? This is important thing you have to remember. In the 1s complement representation, the positive numbers are represented by normal binary numbers. Normal binary numbers with MSB 0, right? Only for the negative numbers we have to take the 1s complement, right? So for the negative numbers, there are the 3 steps. For the negative numbers, step 1 is write the positive number first. Suppose you have to write the -9. So first you have to write the +9. Write the positive number. Then step 2 is take the 1s complement of that positive number, right? So these are the 2 steps for the negative number, right? For example, +9. How to represent +9 in the 1s complement representation? I already told you, positive numbers are represented by only the normally binary numbers, right? What is the normal binary numbers? In the sign, because see here the plus, so you have to take the MSB 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. It is the +9, right? And what is the -9? So first write the +9, then take the 1s complement of this, right? This is the -9, right? So if it is asked in the exam that this is the binary number, right? This is binary number which is represented in 1s complement form, right? So this is your 1s complement form. Find out that number. What is the equivalent decimal number of this? It is given in the statement that this 10110 is represented in 1s complement form, right? What is the equivalent decimal number of this? Equivalent decimal number. How to find the equivalent decimal number? First you have to check, okay, this is the 1s complement form. If at the MSB, in the 1s complement form, if at the MSB, it is 1, right? So it means it is the negative, right? Then you have to convert it to the normal thing, or you have to take the again 1s complement, it will come to the normal form. So 1s complement of this is this, right? So from here you can find out the magnitude. The magnitude is 9, right? So in this way you can find out this is your minus 9 in the equivalent decimal. Okay, fine. Now we will find out the range of 1s complement form, right? So 1s complement form range. So again I am taking the 4 bits. What is this number? 0, 0, 0, 0. It is basically plus 0. I already told you the MSB is 0. Then means the positive numbers are represented by the normal binary numbers with MSB is 0. Right? So this is your 0. Again, this is what? Plus 1. Again we will go like this 1, 0, 0. Sorry, 0, 1, 1, 0. Right? So this is your what? Plus 6. Right? Again, this is your what? Plus 7. Right? Now, this is what? Now it is what? MSB it is 1, right? So it means it is the negative number, and for the negative numbers again you take the 1s complement of this. 1s complement is for the magnitude. 1s complement is this. So what is this? Minus 7. This is minus 7 in 1s complement, right? And again this is what? Minus 6, right? So if 1001, it is in the 1s complement. So find out the equivalent decimal. So at the MSB it is 1. So take the minus and again convert it to the normal form. It is, sorry, 110, right? Like this. So it is 1, 2, 4. 4 plus 2, 6, minus 6, right? And so on. Now what is the equivalent decimal of this? 1, it means it is 0, and again take the 1s complement, 0, 0, 0, it means it is minus 0. Again this is the drawback of this, right? Practically it is not possible. Two types of zeros are there, so that's why the preferred method of the negative numbers representation is the 2s complement, right? So this problems can be removed in the 2s complement, this two type zero representation, right? So what is the range of this 4 bits? So from here it is seen that the range is minus 7 to plus 7, right? For the n bit, we can generalize this formula. So the generalized formula is similar to the sine 1, right? So this is the generalized formula for the range of your 1s complement representation, right? Now also you can do these arithmetic operations by using the 1s complement, right? So 5 minus 3. Question is, perform this operation, perform 5 minus 3 using the 1s complement, using the 1s complement representation. How you can perform 5 minus 3 using the 1s complement? So first it is what? Plus 5 basically, plus 5 minus 3, right? So how you can represent plus 5 in 1s complement? Normal binary numbers 0, 1, 0, 1. And how you can represent minus 3 in the 1s complement, right? So first you have to write the plus 3, then take the 1s complement of this. And what is the plus 3? 1, 2, what is the plus 3? 0, 0, 1, 1, right? So because this plus 5 is represented by the 4 bit, so you have to take the 4 bit, right? 0, 0, 1, 1, right? So now how you can take? This is your, again convert it to the 1s complement form, right? So 1, 1, 0, 0, right? So this is your minus 3 in 1s complement, right? So right here 1, 1, 0, 0, right? So if you want to write minus 3y with the 5 bits, so extend MSB, you can take, this is also your what? this is also your what? Minus 3, right? Because MSB, check the MSB. If it is 1, then it means the negative, and then take the 1's complement. It becomes 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. It is what? Minus 3, right? So to expand the number of bits in the 1's complement representation, copy the MSB bits, right? So now it is plus 5, it is minus 3. Now add both these numbers, right? Because minus 3, na? You have to take, you can write basically this thing like this, plus 5 plus like this, right? So this is your plus 5, this is minus 3. So now you can directly add these numbers, right? So this is your carry, right? This one is your carry. So in the 1's complement form, so now there are the two, you can say, statement here. In 1's complement form, if carry is generated, if carry is generated in the answer, if carry is generated, then add that carry in the answer, right? For example, here plus 5 minus 3, right? So you know, plus 5 minus 3, the answer should be plus 2, right? But this is not plus 2, right? For the right answer, if the carry is generated, then you have to add carry in that answer, right? So here this carry is generated, so you have to add this carry here, right? So the right answer is, you have to remember this thing, this is 1, right? So if you add 1 in this, then it comes 0, 1, 0, 0, right? So this is what? This is your plus 2. Okay. If carry is not generated, there are only the two possibilities. If you make the addition using the 1's complement, then there are only the two possibilities, right? Carry may be generated or may not be generated, right? If the carry is generated, then add that carry to that answer. That is your final answer, right? If carry is not generated, then the final answer is, you have to take the complement. Then 1's complement of that answer is the final answer. Then 1's complement of that answer is final answer, right? Okay, and the answer should be the negative. Answer should be the negative. For example, if I am taking 3, this invert of this, right? Plus 3 minus 5. So how to write the plus 3? How to write the plus 3? 0, 0, 1, 1. This is your plus 3. And how to represent the minus 5? This is your plus 5. And the minus 5 is 1, 0, 1, 0. Right? This is minus 5. So 1, 0, 1, 0. Right? This is your minus 5. You know the answer should be the negative. Someone asked me in the previous lecture, right? That if the negative number is higher than the positive number, then how you can make the addition of that, right? So using this method, you can add using 1's complement and the 2's complement. You can add those, or you can subtract those things, right? So here plus 3 minus 5. So you have to take the sum of this. 1 plus 1 0, carry is 1, right? And the 1, right? So this is your what? This is, if the carry is not generated, then this is your what? Then the final answer is this, right? Clear? And from here it is clear that the answer is negative. Okay. So now the disadvantages of this 1's complement representation is, there are the two type of zeros, plus 0, this one, plus 0 and the minus 0, right? So this problem can be removed using the 2's complement, right? And the second disadvantage of this is, if the carry is present, then again you have to add this carry in that final answer to get the correct result, right? So it will make the computational complexity increasing, right? So this again you have to add, again you have to use another circuit for that, right? So to overcome these advantages, 2s complement representation is used, right? So 2s complement representation is used. Now we will discuss about the 2s complement, right? Again you have to take this complement of this, right? Again, see, this is your 1, right? So 1 means it is negative. Again you have to take the complement of this magnitude, right? So this 0 1 0, right? So this is your -2 if you are saying, right? So now we will discuss the 2s complement representation. So first thing is it is used for the both positive and the negative number, right? So similar to 1s complement, positive numbers are represented as normal binary numbers, right? With MSB 0, similar to the 1s complement, right? So for the negative numbers, what you have to do, similarly you have to do the 2 steps. Step 1, write the positive number. Similar 2 steps you have to follow, and then in the step 2, you have to take the 2s complement of that. Right? For example, plus 13. How you can represent plus 13 in 2s complement? Normal binary numbers. This is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. It is plus 13, right? For example, minus 13. How you can represent minus 13? First write the positive number. This is positive number. Now take the 2s complement of this. For the 2s complement, first you have to take the 1s complement and then you have to add 1. So this is the 2s complement of this. Right? So this is your minus 13. If it is asked in the exam that this number is represented in the 2s complement form, what is the equivalent decimal number of this? So minus 3 is the right answer, because see, 1 is means this is negative, it means this is negative. Again, take the 2s complement to find the exact decimal number, right? So 0, 1, 0, right? And the add 1, so it is 0, 1, 1, so it is 1. Right? Clear? So I am going to tell you some shortcut also. You can also adopt these shortcuts in your some competitive exam, right? So for example, this question is given, right? So how to find out the equivalent decimal number of this without, like, if you don't know this method or this exact step, then the shortcut is multiply the first LSB with 2 to power 0, then 2 to power 1, 2 to power 2, and then final last one minus 2 to power 3, right? In each cases, take this MSB 2 to power 3, right? So this is your 1 plus 0 plus 4 plus minus 8. This is your minus 3, right? This is the equivalent decimal number. Similarly, you can take any, see, or what is the equivalent decimal number of this? So see, this is again minus 3, but if you are try to solve this extended number of binary bits with this method, then it can give the what? Wrong answer or right answer? Wrong answer. Only this method have also have the limitation. This shortcut can be used only the exact number of bits are there, right? If you saying the extended number of bits, then it will not work in that case. Now again we will discuss what is the range of this 2s complement representation. So again we will discuss the range of this 2s complement. Now what is the equivalent number of this? Plus 0, this is plus 1, we can go up to, this is what is this? Plus 7, right? And what about this? Minus 7. Minus 7 or 8? This is not minus 7, students. This is minus 8, right? So see, this 1 is means the negative. Then take the 1s complement, then add 1 for the 2s complement, right? So this is Now add the 1. Again, what happened? This is what? 8. Understand? So this is minus 8. This is the difference between 1s complement and the 2s complement. Na? Now, what is this? This is minus 7. Right? And so on. What is this? Minus is not minus 1. Right? So, what is the advantage of this method? From this representation, it is clear that the advantage is only one type of 0 is present, or that previous disadvantage is removed here, right? There is no minus 0. So that's why it is better than 1s complement and the sign magnitude representation, right? So what is the range? Now the range is minus 8 to, yes, plus 7. For the nth bit, you can write minus 2 to power n minus 1 to plus 2 to power n minus 1 minus. Clear? So this is the generalized formula for the range of 2s complement representation. Okay, so now we will discuss how we can do the addition and subtraction using the 2s complement representation. Right. So there is a one condition that is called the overflow condition. Right. There is a one condition that exists in the 2s complement. Right. That is the overflow condition. Right. So overflow can occur in sign arithmetic operation when the, for example, see, all these addition subtractions occur in the registers, right? Registers are used to store all these bits. Clear? So for example, if two numbers are added, right? For example, two numbers, this is your 4-bit number. Again, this is 4-bit number. If these two numbers are added, right? And if you are getting the result of the 5-bit, right? If you are getting the results of the 5-bit, in that case we are saying there is an overflow condition. There is an overflow condition means the result exceeds with the given number of bits. Right? Here the 4-bit is given, 4-bit is given. So answer should be the 4-bit, but it goes to the 5 bits. So in that case, that is called the overflow condition, right? And the overflow condition exists only in which case? The two same sign numbers are added. Two same sign numbers are added. Only in that case this problem can be exist. In every case it will not exist, but in some cases if the two same sign numbers are added, then in that case this problem, this overflow condition can occur, right? For example, this is one positive 4-bit, this is negative 4-bit. So in any case it will not go more than this positive 4-bit number. In any case it will not go more than this, na? Right? Because if someone is subtracted from this A, right? If B is subtracted from this A, then your answer should be less than A, right? So in that case overflow condition will not occur. So that's why if the two same sign numbers are added, for example plus A plus B, right? In that case plus A consists of the 4 bits, plus B consists of the 4 bit, right? In that case your answer may go beyond or the answer will exceed the 4 bits, right? In that case overflow condition is exist. So now there are the two methods to find out the overflow condition, right? So there are the two methods. This is a very important one, right? So there are the two methods to find out this overflow condition. First method is by using the sign bit. Now see, X is your sign bit of first number. Y is sign bit of the second number, and Z is the sign bit of your result, right? Clear? Now we can say there are the three inputs to determine this overflow condition, right? So what are the possibilities? Possibilities is 8 possibilities are there. Now these are only the possibilities, whether the sign bit of x may be 0, sign bit of this second number is should be 0, and the result may be the 0, right? So these are the possibilities, right? So based on these possibilities you can determine the overflow condition, right? So if the first number sign bit is 0, second number sign bit is 0, and also the result of sign bit is also 0, it means there is a no overflow, right? There is a no overflow, right? If the result of the first bit is sign bit of 0, sign bit of y second number is 0, and the sign bit of result is 1, right? Both have the same sign, both have the same sign, but also the sign bit is 1. In that case overflow is there, right? In that case overflow is there. We will discuss this all this condition with some examples later on, right? So here the condition is overflow occur, right? In the next case, if the first number sign is 0, means both have opposite sign, then if both have the opposite sign, then there must be no overflow, right? Both have, in the next case also both have opposite sign. The next case both have opposite sign, right? So if both have the same sign, right, 1 1 0, okay, means if x number is negative, y number is also negative, then your answer should be negative or the positive. It must be negative, right? But here what is the sign? Positive, right? So it means there is an overflow, right? Means जब आपका negative sign था, that negative signs will will exceeds, right? Clear? So it must be overflow. So what happen in the next case? If x is negative, y is negative, z is also negative, right? So it means there is a no overflow. Understand the thing? Say the function for, can you find out the Boolean expression for this overflow condition from this truth table? Clear? So this is an overflow condition, right? So we are taking the other methods to find out the overflow condition by using the carry bits, right? The other method is by using the carry bits, right? For example, C in. C in is the carry into the MSB. C out is the carry out from MSB, right? This is all your carry of your results, right? Then the overflow is C input and the C out. Then if it is 0, then no overflow. Clear? And if it is 1, then the overflow. Suppose in the answer, this is your answer, right? And C in, what is the C in of this? And this one is carry in the answer. What is C in? Carry into the MSB. Carry into the MSB means this carry. There is a no carry in this MSB, right? At this stage, then C input is 0. But this one is carry out from this MSB. Carry out from this MSB, then C out is 1. And the XOR of this, if it is 0, then no overflow, and if it is 1, then overflow. In this case, there is an overflow, right? So now we will take some examples for all of these things. Now the question is, find 5 minus 4. Perform this operation using the 2's complement. Tell me. First write the plus 5. What is plus 5 in the 2's complement? Positive numbers are represented by the normal binary numbers with 0. So 0. This is plus 5. What is minus 4? What is minus 4? First write the plus 4. First write the plus 4, then take the 2's complement. What is plus 4? 0, 1. This is plus 4. This is plus 4. What is minus 4? In that first take the 1's complement and then add 1. Right? So this is what? Right? This is minus. Here. Now add this 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, then 1, 1, 0, and this 1 is your carry. Now tell me, what is C in this case? What is C in? Now first tell me, by seeing this plus 5 minus 4, overflow exists or not? First tell the basic condition for the overflow. There is no overflow. No, first overflow exists only in that case when both numbers have the same sign. Okay, but here see, plus 5 minus 4, both have the opposite sign. So in any case, forget about the next thing. Don't go into the detail of the overflow. First check whether overflow is possible or not in this calculation, right? So from this calculation, it is clear that must be no overflow, right? Clear? Clear the thing? Okay. Now, what is the answer of this? Plus 5 minus 4. So, if see, now I am writing the generalized statement. If one number is positive, second one number is negative, one positive, second negative, right? And the positive number is greater than negative number, right? In that case, if carry is generated, you have to remember that thing. The carry is generated, then for the final answer, we have to discard the carry, right? If the carry is generated, one number is positive, second number is negative, positive number is greater than negative, and the carry is generated, then this carry is discarded, right? And the answer is 0, 0, 0. Clear the thing? Clear? This is your plus 1, right? Now, in the second case, we are taking second example. 5 minus. This is similar one we are taking. Just for your practice, what is plus 5? 0, 1, 0, 1. What is minus 2? So you can represent minus 2 into its complement. 1, 1, right? So what is the addition? 1, 1. What is 1 plus 1? 0, 1 plus 1, 0. Carry is generated, right? And we have to discard the carry. So this is your answer and this is your plus. Now we are taking one more examples based on this. What is 5 plus 2? Using the 2's complement. What is plus 5? This is plus 5 plus 2 and the answer is this, right? This is plus 7. Now tell me about the overflow. Now tell me the overflow. Overflow is there or not? First check the overflow condition. Yes, do have the same sign. So overflow may exist. Overflow may exist in this case, right? But now what is the scene in this case? What is seen in this case? What is C out in this case? So exhaust is 0. So there is a no overflow, right? In other case, you can say, see, the sign of this is 0, sign of this is 0, and the sign of answer is also 0, right? Clear? So there is a no overflow. In this case, or we can say the second statement, if both numbers are the positive, then the answer is this, right? So now we can take some more examples. Minus 5 minus 2. What is minus 5? 1, 0, double 1, right? What is minus 2? triple one, 0. And what is the addition of this? 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 is carry, right? Now in this, when, now the generalized statement is this: when numbers are negative, when both numbers are negative, then carry generated from sign bit is discarded, and the 2s complement will be the final sum, or will be the final answer, right? So both numbers are negative, carry is generated. So now what you have to do? What you have to do? For the final answer, what is minus 5 minus 2? Minus 7, but this is not minus 7, right? Clear na? So for the final answer, you have to take the 2s complement of this, right? So this 1 means should be negative. What is the 2s complement of this? What is the 2s complement? 0. This should be the. So what is this? Magnitude 7, right? So this is your minus. In this way, you can find out these things. Now tell me, there is an overflow or not? There is no overflow, right? Here, what is seen in this case? What is seen? 1. What is out? 1 XOR 1. 0. In other case, see, please understand the basics of the overflow, right? So in this case, see, this 1 is discarded, right? This is also minus 5, this is also minus 5. So your answer will not go beyond these 4 bits, right? So this is the basic meaning of this overflow, right? So I will take one more overflow examples. See, now do the 5 plus 4. Tell me. This is an overflow example. Now tell me. Plus 5 plus 4. See, plus 5 can be denoted by the 4 bits. Plus 4 can be denoted by the 4 bits. What about plus 9? Suppose there is an, we can say, the decimal register, right? So plus 9 is, so now first convert this plus 5 to the binary. From this binary thing, maybe you are able to understand. It's more clarified, right? So plus 5 is 0, 1 is plus 4, right? So what is the sum? 1, 0, 0, 1, right? So now tell me, there is an overflow or not? There is an overflow, right? So in that case, the answer is plus 9, but there is an overflow. How you can say there is an overflow? See, if you are saying this is your 2s complement representation, but by seeing this, this is like defined by this. In that case, you can say this is plus 9, right? So now in that case, we have to count it. This is n bit, this is n bit, right? So for the final answer, you have to count it n plus 1 bit. This is the meaning of the overflow, right? So if we are saying this 1001 is the in the 1s complement, in the 2s complement representation, then can you find out this is plus 9? Can you say this is plus 9? Can't say, no? So for the, we need the n plus 1 bit for this, right? Clear? So this is an overflow condition. Understand? Now I am giving the one more example of the overflow. Minus 5 minus 4. Now what is minus 5 into s complement? 1 0 1 1, right? I am writing directly now. right? Because already lot of discussion already happens on this. What is minus 4? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, and the 1. Now tell me, is there an overflow or not? Is an overflow? So the answer is basically, the answer is 2s complement. We have to take the 2s complement of this. So what is the 2s complement of this? 1, 0, 0, 1, right? 0, 0, 1 here. So this is your minus 9 and this 1 is for your minus 9. This minus sign, right? So here this is 4 bit. This is also 4 bit, but here the answer is represented by the 5 bits, right? So this is an overflow condition. Now please try to understand what I see. This is minus 5 minus 4. Now go to the minus 5 minus 2. Now it is clear. What is the difference between these two? Minus 5 minus 2. We already give this example. Huh? This is minus 5. This is minus 2. Right? And what is the answer? 1, 0, 0, 1 and this 1. Right? This 1 is discarded and the 2s complement of this we have to take. Now tell me what is the difference? Tell me. See, by seeing this, you can say if you take the 2s complement, if you ignore this thing, if you completely ignore this thing, then by seeing this, you can take the minus, right? And then take the 2s complement of this 0 plus 1. So this is what you can say answer is this. But in this case, in this minus 5 minus 4, if we are forgetting this 1, right, then can I say this is negative number? No. You have to say like this. This is plus 1, 2, 4, 7. Understand? Understand my point? In this way, we can say there is an overflow condition. Right? So, students, if you have any doubt related to this topic, then you can send me a mail or you can contact me directly. So for more video update, please subscribe this channel, fine, so that every information regarding your course or regarding this digital electronics lectures you can get easily. Fine. Thank you for your attention.